What up, Laker Nation? It's your boy DTLF, man, back with another video. My apologies, I was supposed to come on at 7 Pacific time, but my Rams were playing and we had to see that through. So shout out to my Rams for getting the huge victory in Arizona, man. Uh, this is gonna be an interesting video. Haven't done one of these in a long time because we haven't had the need to talk trades in a long time since we've been stacked the last couple of years. But now trade rumors are surfacing, man, and they're surfacing at the right time because December 15th, in a couple of days, a lot of contracts are going to become tradable, and the rumor mill is heating up, guys. So I definitely want to touch bases. These are legit rumors by shams. These aren't like, low end website clickbait type rumors. So I had to come live with Laker Nation to talk about that. And a matter of fact, one of our very own favorite players, one of my very own favorite players, Talen Horton-Tucker, is out here in the trade rumor mill. So definitely got to talk about it anytime it's legit. And he said, OBJ with the big night. Good win for your Rams, bro. Yes, sir. Shout out to the Rams. Just got done watching. This is why I came on late. But back to the Lakers, though, man, because a lot of people are wondering what's going to happen with THT. Is Ben Simmons a viable option? Is Jerami Grant really an option, even though he's injured? He's going to be out for an extended period of time. All these question marks, and we're about to talk answers right now, man. So looking forward, man. Looking forward to. He said, "Yo, Dan, speak of the devil. I was watching your last post game. You know what's up, bro? Well, you caught me live right now. All right, let's get into these rumors. Number one rumor of the day is Talen Horton-Tucker. According to multiple reports, there are 7 teams interested in Talen Horton-Tucker. They didn't list those teams, but I want to address that one first because THT has been one of my favorite players. And I think I've already touched on this in some of my post-game recaps about what the asking price should be. Well, according to multiple reports, the Lakers aren't willing to relinquish said player for just anything. It's going to have to be something that moves us, right? It's going to have to be a big-name player. It's going to have to be somebody that brings in all-star potential or plays a very good role player. Either way, we've talked about the names before. We've talked about the Pacers wanting to gut their roster. Miles Turner, Karis LeVert, excuse me, guys like Brogdon are going to be available. So maybe that's one of the 7 teams interested in THT. I do know this. The Lakers aren't the only team that covets THT, rightfully so, okay? This kid is averaging a career-high 11 points, and he's growing year by year. He has a 7'1" wingspan, very versatile. He can attack the rim. He has good ball handling. He only needs to work on his jump shot, but we've seen this story before with other great young talented players in the NBA. And so I believe Talen Horton-Tucker has a lot of trade value. The fact that we're not even anywhere near the trade deadline that's 2 months away, and he's already garnering at least 7 teams of interest. So I am very happy to hear that Rob Pelinka values him as high as I do, and it's going to take a special type of talented player to move him along. Somebody along the lines of a Miles Turner, somebody along the lines of maybe a Ben Simmons, but again, we're going to talk about that. That's not really possible money-wise, and I will tell you guys why later on in the video. But maybe a very good role player like Jerami Grant is possible money-wise in a package, and I want to talk about that as well. But according to multiple reports, the Lakers have inquired about Ben Simmons. So that's the biggest shocker of the world to me, and not because I don't think he wouldn't fit in. Thank you, Angel. Appreciate you, bro. But because I'm curious to see how the Lakers plan on implementing a player like that. Now, come on. I believe he's a clutch agent, right? So nothing is out of the realm of reality as far as Ben Simmons go. However, reading articles online, I've realized that Ben Simmons is making $33 million this season by itself, and tax-paying teams like the Lakers can absorb no more than 125% of the salaries they send out in a deal, plus 100,000. So doing so with one of LeBron James, Anthony Davis, or Russell Westbrook would be doable for obviously Ben Simmons. However, it's in order to acquire Ben Simmons without giving up one of our big 3, we'd have to give up, let's see, to reach the threshold necessary to acquire Simmons without breaking up their top 3, the Lakers would have to send out Talen Horton-Tucker, who makes $9.5 million, Kendrick Nunn, who makes $5 million, and a staggering 8 players who are in veterans minimum. So that's not an option. We're not going to gut 2/3 of our roster for Ben Simmons. right? So anybody out here, you know, that's holding their breath, thinking we're gonna add a fourth star without giving up one of our three, you're terribly mistaken. Russell Westbrook would be the realistic option there. Hey, what's up? Just here. What's up? So, are you guys willing to give up Russ for Ben Simmons? Some people will say yes in a heartbeat. Here's the thing about that. Russell Westbrook is way more aggressive, but he can turn the ball over at the wrong times. Ben Simmons is the opposite. He's not aggressive at all, and he takes great care of the basketball. He's a ball distributor first. Okay. So it's still a long shot. Remember, Philly wants a top 25 player. If they shop Ben Simmons around the league and they can't get a top 25 player, then they might settle for Russell Westbrook. I say, listen, and hear me out. As much as I like Russell Westbrook and I wanted him here, Ben Simmons would be an upgrade for multiple reasons. One, he's a way better defender. Two, his size. Three, he can play point forward. Four, he can LeBron can take him under his wing and maybe get the best out of him. That's just me, though. And five, he takes excellent care of the basketball. He's one of the top passers in the league, and he would fit the mold of a Magic Johnson-esque type player. So for those reasons, I would pull that trigger. But I don't think Philly would. Philly would want way more than Russell Westbrook. They're going to want draft picks. They're going to want all this and all that. So putting my bias to the side, I want Russ to win a championship here with the Lakers. However, if we have a chance to upgrade and get younger at the same time, I think Ben Simmons, I believe he's only 25, then you have to do that, right? But the question is, like I said, that would only be a situational trade if Philly gets desperate and they want to maximize Joel Embiid's window. Then maybe they'll take something like Russell Westbrook. But I still don't see that happening. I think they want too much for Ben, and I think somebody's going to be dumb enough to give them too much for Ben. But that's just me, right? As far as that goes. What does Laker Nation think about Ben Simmons for a potential Russell Westbrook swap? That would be the only realistic option. We might have to throw in a couple of second-round picks just to sweeten the deal. T says she can see that. Morpheus says real talk. My only issue is Simmons isn't a scorer that Russ is. That is true, Dakin, but if you think about it, on a nightly basis, the Lakers are only getting off 2 out of the 3 superstars' maximum potential anyways. If Ben Simmons can help Anthony Davis get going with his passing abilities and his high basketball IQ, then wouldn't that be a plus? And wouldn't that be a key to unlocking Anthony Davis? Not to mention we add more size, athleticism, and defensive versatility. I think it's a win on all fronts. We really don't need an aggressive player like Russ. We needed another option for that when LeBron James is resting, but we really haven't gotten that consistently from either AD or Russ. So if that happened, yes, I would do it. Okay, that's for the number one rumor, addressing Ben Simmons. However, Philly is stingy. Philly wants a lot. They want a whole haul for Ben Simmons. However, I think the Lakers could benefit by the fact that they've held on so long for Ben Simmons that the league doesn't value him as high anymore. They think he's problematic. They probably think he's never going to develop a jump shot. But on a team like the Lakers that LeBron could take him under the wing, he's a clutch agent. Plus, he's always wanted to play for the Lakers. It could work out. He said, shout out to your Rams. Yes, sir. We got a dub versus the Cardinals. Very excited about that. He said, did you see him in the playoffs? Yes, I did. Shenanigans. But again, here's the difference, okay? The difference is Anthony Davis and LeBron James are our primary scorers. Ben Simmons wouldn't come here in that role. He would come here under the wing of LeBron James as a third or maybe even fourth option, depends on who's going off that night. I think Ben Simmons would fit this team. Now, I'm not saying we should do it or we will do it or even Philly will consider that, but I'm thinking if they get desperate and they can't get their star player elsewhere, they might come for Russell Westbrook. I don't know. Depends on Doc Rivers and how he wants to move. People got to think outside the box, though. Ben Simmons, they're talking about he has no heart, he has no dog, no fight. But what he is he's an all-defensive type player. That's the potential he has. He's an elite playmaker. Think a bigger Lonzo Ball. That's what you'd be giving, except without the jump shot, because Lonzo has already added the jump shot. But think when we had Lonzo, but 6'10", right? So that's what you'd be getting in return. I still don't think it's possible. Now, moving on to the next rumor, because I already kind of got you guys' thoughts on this. Moving on to the next rumor, because that's probably the least likely scenario. The next one, we talk about Grant, all right? Now, Grant is somebody, Jerami Grant from the Detroit Pistons. He's somebody who's uh, way more attainable financially, according to the reports, man. The Lakers could match on his $20 million salary by offering Talen Horton-Tucker, Kendrick Nunn, and a single minimum salary player like Kent Bazemore, for example. The concern where Grant is that he's expected to miss up to 6 weeks with the torn ligaments in his thumb, but trading for him would be a significant risk for a team that wants to win now. However, if the Lakers can afford, and we've been dealing with injuries, to get him healthy for the playoffs, Grant would be, I think, exactly what the Lakers need. He's aggressive. He's the opposite of Ben Simmons. All right, he also plays defense. He's not as great of a playmaker, but offensively, he's much better. Think Lamar Odom when we acquired him, and he was playing that six-man role, and he would sometimes start. That's what you would get from Jerami Grant. Jack of all trades, master of none. But that's the type of player I think that would be phenomenal. What do you guys think about Grant in a potential deal? Laker Nation. Now, again, all this is hypothetical. The Lakers could just end up sitting on what we have. LeBron James did come out and praise THC, so I love that. Trying to reassure him throughout the trade rumors. I think it was very interesting that the day that his name gets floated out there in the trade rumors is the day LeBron James comes out and pats him on the back via Twitter. So, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if these are just rumors or they're just using the Lakers as trade leverage or they're actually interested in our players. But yeah, I'm very, very curious. He said, "Dan, bro, you the man, but you make terrible." What are you talking about? He said, "Grant is way better fit with this team by THT." You want THT gone? Just like that? Grant would be a good fit, but is he going to be healthy? That's my only concerning question. Is he going to be healthy? At least if you trade for Ben Simmons, he's coming in right away. I don't know. The DTLF, I really hope you guys get Jerami Grant. He said he was a problem with my Nuggets. I think he would be a great fit with the Lakers. Plus, he's a good defender. I mean, hypothetically he fits in right, but how is he going to come back after the injury? Right? How is he coming back? That's my only question. We're in a win now situation. So if we do trade our future in THT, we're going to have to get a win now player. Very curious to see what happens. I'm not sure how realistic any of these trades are, but I do think it's interesting that our name's been floated out here. Maybe Rob Pelinka is picking up the phone and he is shopping for some help. I don't know. What are your thoughts on Canelo moving up to cruiserweight? I think he can dominate, but the first couple of fights are going to be interesting. I think he has to adapt to the new weight, obviously. And Canelo Alvarez is a dog, man. He's basically dominated his division, and he already moved up once. So let's see what he does. But that's my guy, man. And I'm a casual boxing fan. I'm not like a diehard boxing fan. I'd rather watch the UFC, but Canelo is my guy. Is the thumb he'll be fine? Jerami Grant does make AD. What? Pick up the phone, Rob. I think Rob is the one making the calls, guys, and trying to register his interest, which is what he should do, especially when you're barely above 500. I knew this was going to happen. Now, people are saying they don't want to trade THT, and I get it. He has a lot of great potential and young talent, but if Rob sees the missing piece of the puzzle is one of these players, he will definitely do it. Not to mention, let's not forget about the Indiana Pacers. Indiana, I've heard rumors for multiple years that they've been interested in Talen Horton-Tucker. And I'm telling you, everybody sees the potential. The casual fans don't see it because obviously he's not knocking down shots consistently. But everything else he does for this team is going to be phenomenal. And his defense is getting better. So he said, LOL, Jerami Grant does make AD better. Oh, that's what you meant, Sean. My bad. I think it was a typo. I ain't trading AD no matter what. They can have Westbrook, man. That's a fact. LeBron James and AD are not tradable, in my opinion. Everybody else depends on the piece. Like I said, for Ben Simmons, I'd be willing to consider Russell Westbrook. Multiple reasons. I mean, listen, you get better, more of a playmaker. You get better ball control, less turnovers. You're going to get somebody that looks up to LeBron, so he might try the hardest he's ever tried in his career. Plus, everybody knows Ben Simmons wanted to be a Laker, right? But he went number 1 and Brandon Ingram went number 2. That's the only reason it didn't happen. But, you know, I'm curious to see if that would be a possibility. If the Lakers land Ben Simmons to go with LeBron James and AD, our defense automatically gets better, playmaking gets better, scoring drops off a little bit, but I don't think we have problems scoring. We got plenty of bucket getters on the team. We got LeBron, we got AD when healthy. We got well, if Kendrick Nunn stays or not, I don't know. But Kendrick Nunn, THT, we still have so many bucket getters, guys that can get us a bucket. So I'm not trying to trade Westbrook by any means necessary, but if the right piece comes along, we at least got to listen. That's all I'm saying. They're going to do their due diligence. I don't see Westbrook getting traded regardless because of the friendships that they've built already with AD and LeBron, but you never know. It is a business. Vincent, I appreciate you, bro. He said Ben is not basketball ready physically. Grant will not shine amongst the stars. Change coach is the right move. Okay, that's interesting. So my man Vincent doesn't want to trade. He just wants to change a coach. I respect that. I can see that for sure. I mean, let's think about it. These rumors are not likely to happen, but if they do, if it comes out of left field, it's going to be really intriguing, guys. I think it could change the basketball season completely around, even the landscape of the NBA, depending on what type of trade. If we get a real ground shaking type player, I think the landscape of the NBA can change for sure. How realistic do you think these rumors are? I think it's going to be hard to land Ben, but it's possible a third or fourth team might have to be involved. For Ben Simmons, I have heard that what the team wants is a young star and draft picks. And so far, nobody's been able to offer that up or give that up. Maybe that becomes available to Philly later on down the season as other teams start selling instead of buying. But as of right now, that hasn't become available. So as long as they don't have a lot of options, they might have to go with somebody like Westbrook if they want a star, who's still a star and can still put up numbers. But again, a lot's going to depend on what they get offered before then. One thing is for sure, trade talks have been heating up, according to Shams, according to Woj, between the Sixers. So there's some team that's inquiring about them who the Sixers have looked at the offer and said, okay, maybe this is the way to go. Based on how the rumors are going now, can they always back out of that? Yeah, they can. Can they always rethink it and maybe try to bring back Ben Simmons? Yeah, they can. So nothing's guaranteed until it's in the final stages. And a lot of teams, they like to hold their cards up until the trade deadline, and then that's when you see the blockbuster deals. That's why we got the trade deadline and all that. I always cover that every year, so keep it locked. But overall, I'm not sure how realistic these trades are, man. It's gonna take a lot of caressing and a lot of smoothing over relationships because a lot of teams don't like Rob Pelinka, and they definitely don't like the Lakers. So if Rob can pull something major off, then you got to take your hat off to him. That means he's keeping up his promise, and his promise is that he wouldn't rest off of just one championship. He'll continue to improve the roster relentlessly till we hit our stride. So it does absolutely make sense that Rob is leaving no stone unturned. That definitely makes sense. I'm not shocked by these trade rumors. I do think there's some validity to them. Obviously, Shams is reporting them. Always look at who is reporting these rumors. And if it's somebody with the credibility of a Shams Shanara, then you know he's on point. He knows what he's talking about. He's got the connections. He said, bro, we saw Simmons get exposed in the East. He ain't putting in no work in the West. Come playoffs, your worst take this year, Dan? Well, I mean, to each his own. All I'm saying is that would I trade offense for defense? Hell yeah, because offense hasn't been a problem for us. So I don't think it's my worst take. I just think you're being close-minded. And, again, you have recency bias. Bottom line is Ben Simmons is still a damn good player, no matter if you want to put his career in a box off of one playoff series. That's not me. I never have recency bias. I look at his body of work. He's been an all-star, all right? He's been an all-defensive team player, all right? He's a pretty damn good playmaker. I don't understand how people are so high on Lonzo but so low on Ben Simmons. They're similar type of players. The only difference is that Ben Simmons is a little bit taller, but his jump shot isn't there yet. If he ever develops that jumper, you're going to be singing a way different tune. So I'm looking at it from the bright side. However, I'm not trying to trade Westbrook. I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, that would be the only offer. And if the Lakers are interested in him, if the rumor is true, then that's the only path they're looking to take. Because like I mentioned earlier, if you were paying attention to the video, earlier I said, The only other way would be to trade THC, Kendrick Nunn, and 8 minimum veteran players. That's way too much. We're not going to gut the team for Ben Simmons. So if the Lakers are interested, they're probably offering Russell Westbrook. So I don't think it's such a bad take. I just think you don't like it, and we can agree to disagree. Neil, I appreciate you, bro. He said until Frank starts to get his rotations right and stops the stagnant ISO offense, it doesn't matter who we get. That is true, Neil. That is definitely true. The coaching staff needs to do better and put these guys in positions to succeed. I 110% agree. Couldn't have said it better. He says Simmons is a rumor, is fake. I think it could be. I mean, a lot of teams and players use our name for leverage to get the trade value up, right? So it could be. It could definitely be. But as of right now, I don't think it's fake. I think the Lakers are, like I said, we've been losing a lot, so nobody should be shocked by these rumors at all, right? And like I said, this is a championship or bust season, and I think Rob, just like the Rams did this season, they put all their chips to the middle of the table and went out and got OBJ. They went out and got Von Miller. You know, the Lakers will do the same, man. This city is all about winning championships. It's not about your favorite player or, you know, hurting fans' feelings or, you know, I've seen all of my favorite players get traded away from the team, and that might include THT if the right deal comes along. So, hey, appreciate you, Flip. Appreciate you, bro. Dan, could the Sixers void Ben Simmons' contract? I don't think so. I'm not sure. Again, I'm not an expert in NBA contracts or salary cap or none of that, so I don't know how that works, Greg. But that's a good question. That's a great question, actually. He said Rich Paul is his agent. Like you said, he's only using them for leverage unless him and Rob are making secret moves. That could happen as well, Angel. So look, take all these rumors with a grain of salt. The likely scenario is that we're going into 2022 playoffs, right? We're going into these playoffs with this very roster. Remember, we're still missing 2 key pieces in Trevor and Kendrick Nunn. And according to multiple reports, the coaching staff is going to use these guys heavily. So take them with a grain of salt. But I still wanted to do the video because it is coming from Shams. And that way, if anything does happen, nobody gets taken back by it, right? He said, Supreme Gucci, that's disgusting for how he's playing. He said, I don't think Daryl Morey would want to do a deal with Clutch to send Simmons to LA. I don't see it happening. I don't know, man. Honestly, I don't know. But you're right. You're right about that. Daryl Morey doesn't like LeBron. We know that. The Ben Simmons rumors are BS. They might be. They might be, man. Look, listen, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just telling y'all what Shams is saying. But what do you guys think of the Jerami Grant rumors? Or what about the Indiana Pacers earlier in the year rumors that the Lakers were interested in Jeremy Lamb and Justin Holiday and potentially Miles Turner? I mean, we've had rumors left and right. So which ones do you guys think are legit and which ones do you guys think are fake? Which player would you guys target? Would you guys like Russell Westbrook for Simmons, or do you guys prefer THT, Kendrick Nunn, and a filler, you know, one of these veteran minimum contracts for Jerami Grant? Or like, what do you guys think could be the final pillar to push us over the top? Or do you guys think it's already within team? I think we have enough talent. It's just like everybody's been commenting, they got to put it together for sure. He said, get the umbrella ready, Dan. Gonna be raining hard tomorrow. Oh, yeah, man. Absolutely. I actually recently just bought my dog a new dog house because his old one collapsed from all the rain and everything. So Miles Turner and Malcolm Brogdon will be good. I don't think we have enough to get both of them, Mitchell. That's a pipe dream right there. But maybe one of the two we could get lucky with. I think either one would land nicely here. Dan, what if Rob is trying to shock us and trade AD for Simmons? No, that's a stupid trade. That would be no. Unless Joel Embiid is included in that package, I'm hanging up the phone. No, sir. Is that you still are on the Russ train? Every time we are making runs, for the most part, the turnovers cost us dearly. Well, actually, yesterday he was a good part of that run. So yeah, I'm still on the Russ. I still believe Russ can be a good player for us. I still do. AD ain't going nowhere. Thank you, Rios. Thank you. Yeah, Anthony Davis, no, sir. No, sir. My boy Lil Dex, appreciate you, man. Thanks so much for the 20-piece, bro. He said, Dan, I love your show, bro. You already know that. But I realize that my day goes by slow without the Lakers because I don't get pre-games and a game or post games. So if you don't mind, bro, hop on every day if you can, bro. We won't mind. LA for life. Man, I've been trying to add more content for y'all, bro. I appreciate that y'all miss me, man. That means a lot. But it's all about you guys. If you guys want, I can definitely pop on here and talk about different topics of basketball. We don't have enough to talk about every day Lakers basketball. I mean, technically, hypothetically, we do, but I like to kind of, when I come on my pre and post game, I like to gather a bunch of information and just drop it all on pre-game or post game rather than, be dropping little bits of videos. But that's just me. Now, if you guys want me to do around the league analysis and breakdown, for example, tonight, Trae Young went off for 41. And I'm excited because my girl just got me an early birthday present. She got me the Trae Young jersey that I was trying to get last year, man. But this time it was the 75th anniversary edition. So super high for that. But if y'all want me to break down the rest of the NBA, I always ask Laker Nation if they want me to get on here every day and talk just basketball in general. And most of the time they say no. They say keep it strictly Lakers. And I understand that because I'm a diehard Laker fan first before any other team or any other player. But if, like my boy Lil Dex says, y'all want to see me here every day, then make the request, man, because this is the people's channel. If y'all want to see me every day and to cover all of the NBA, then I'd be willing to do that, man. That would be, trust me, my pockets, my time would be well spent because, you guys will be blessing with views and the channel will grow faster. But at the same time, I'm just like, check it out. Purple and gold forever says Lakers only. See? So I understand this is the holy grail. This is the home of the Lakers, and sometimes they don't want to pollute that with other basketball talk. Last year, I did try to incorporate a little bit of around the league talk, but it really didn't get much views. So it all depends. Do I watch the UFC? I do, man. I saw the upset, bro. That was crazy, man. Make another channel, Dan, for all around NBA. And that's just the thing. I had another channel for all around NBA, but it didn't get a lot of views, maybe because it's going to take time. And I just kind of like said, screw it, but we'll see. See, some people want both. I don't know. Y'all going to have to vote on this, guys, because most people want Lakers only. And I respect that. I respect that 110%. I am people don't know this. I'm a bigger overall NBA fan than people realize because you always catch me out here talking Lakers. But in general, like I could talk basketball every day. I could break down everything. Like I'm a hoop head, man. Me and my boy always go back on the text. Me and Lonnie, shout out to him. Phone calls are dope, man. Yes, sir. Hey, they're coming. Friday's around the corner, so make sure y'all get them phones ready. He said, my boy Lakers Zen wants both. Lakers only, but don't mind you having another channel. See, I might have to consider another channel, though. But y'all have to request it. Again, it's the people's channel. Rams barely won. Hey, that was a tough game. We played the Cardinals were, I think they're 10-2 for a reason, man. They're tough. But our run stop defense tonight was amazing. I don't mind UFC. I'm a huge UFC fan. I love the UFC, bro. But I don't watch it as often as I used to be honest. I just love Dan's content. High basketball IQ is top notch. He's a diehard basketball fan. Absolutely, man. But it's always Laker first. Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all, though. He said, you're Dan the Lakers fan. That's why we're here. You see what I mean? So this is why I try not to pollute this channel with a lot of other talk. I might touch on, like, people ask me to do trade deadline rumors. So if there's any breaking news trades or anything like that, I will come on and give you guys my live reaction, especially if it impacts the West in any way, shape, or form. If not, I'll just wait till pre or post game to touch on the subject. Y'all still get my opinions, on game days anyways. So, but yeah, man, put a poll up. I will put a poll up though. If y'all want me to put the poll up and offer to make different types of basketball videos on here, including myself hooping when I go out with my homies, it's not Laker related, but it's all basketball related, then I could do that, man, because I'm a hooper. People underestimate me, man. I'm a hooper. He said, Dan, would you ever become an MMA fighter? You look like you got heavy hands. Nah, man. Again, I respect those guys. They got a lot of heart, but I'm a lover, not a fighter, man. Unless like my family is in danger, my girl, or like anybody that I love, then I got to put the hands up. But other than that, man, I'm all about love and peace, man. I do got hands though. Trust me, I've sparred with a MMA fighter, and he told me I had good boxing stance and everything. He said Lakers only, damn, but phone calls, film breakdown, exposing the media about our Lakers, bro. You really keep 100. I'll take any content because we know it's gonna be real, not fair weather. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate you guys for real. You guys, my boy with the 20 piece, appreciate you as well. He said, "Yo, Dan, I really enjoy how you break down things so well. By the way, do you know any place with good pozole?" Usually my aunts and uncles are the the go-tos for that, man. Yeah, I don't really know any place, bro, to be honest. But I appreciate you, Henry. Per usual, man. You guys are too kind. Dan, how about this? AD to Houston, Lakers get Christian Wood, Ben Simmons, Sacramento gets THC and none, and the Sixers get Barnes, Hield, and Eric Gordon. I don't like it, man. You can get so much more for Anthony Davis. As far as Christian Woods is not a proven player. To me, he's just a stat pattern. He never played impactful basketball that led to a lot of wins. He probably had a short stint in Detroit where he looked phenomenal, but they still weren't a playoff team. So I don't want any type of player like that. Now, as far as Ben Simmons, it's not enough to even get me to consider to trade AD. Like I said, it's going to take a major haul to get me to move Anthony Davis. Just like the one we gave up. We gave up Brandon Ingram, all-star. We gave up Lonzo Ball. He plays like an all-star, even though he's not necessarily an all-star. We gave up Josh Hart and a treasure trove of first-round picks. I think 4 or 5 or something like that, or a couple of swaps. So, yeah, unless we get something similar, I'm not trading AD, man. And the only way it could be is if he requests a trade. But other than that, nah. So if you guys want, I will put up a poll. If you guys want me to do on off days, just basketball breakdown or sometimes do recaps of other games or whatever. I do that in the playoffs in general anyways. Like, for example, last year when the Lakers got eliminated, I came on live and did a couple of breakdowns, especially like when the Hawks were playing, one of my favorite young teams, or the Knicks, right? Or when the Clippers lost, I came on and gave my reaction. But most of the time it's Laker related, just because I know that's what the people want. And that's the main purpose I created this channel, was for all the junkies, all the Laker junkies like me, they can get their fix in right here on this channel. So I would hate to turn it into something different than what the people want, but I'll still put up a poll just in case. NBA in general, no flippers. Like I said, people want different things. It would be nice if I can, but I can't please everybody, right? I can't please everybody, but I'll do my best. He said the only one I would trade AD for is Giannis. You got that right. I would do that in a heartbeat. Giannis, in a heartbeat, bro. Do you think we'll trade AD for Embiid? No. Not at all. Embiid is always injured. You think AD is always injured? Embiid is worse. AD is here to stay. He's a great player. He just has got to get it going again. I agree, Rios. We should give him the benefit of the doubt. I've been telling people for a while now. These are players that have helped us to a championship. They deserve at least a year or two, man, to get it going, I'm an NBA fan as well, but it's Laker time and Lakers time only. That's right. That is right. It's crazy. People don't understand. As much I got like 90% Laker gear in my wardrobe as far as basketball gear, and then I got like 10%. Like, I got Vince Carter. Like, my girl just got me the Trae Young. I got a LaMelo Ball jersey. And then when people see me and they see me wear that out in public, they're like, well, what's the Laker gear at? It's like they think that's all I should wear or that's all I can wear. No, I'm a diehard Laker fan. And when I go to a Laker game or anything Laker related, that's all I'm wearing. Even when it's not Laker related, that's what I'm wearing 90% of the time. However, I do love basketball and I support other players as long as they're not playing us or they don't play for the Clippers or the Celtics. And I do have other basketball gears. I don't know. Some people take a problem with that. They take an issue with that, man. It's all love, though. It's still Lakers all day, 24/7. No Jordan jersey? Nah, bro. Like, I'll be honest. I didn't grow up watching Jordan. I was way too young. I was wet between the ears. I saw him play for the Washington Wizards, but it wasn't the same. So I didn't really grow up a Jordan fan, as great as he is. Plus, I think he's a bit of an asshole, man. I'm not a big fan of those teammate types, even though I do like the toughness and all that. But once I heard he punched his teammates and all that shit, I was like, I prefer LeBron and Kobe, man. That's what I prefer. People don't realize how good AD actually is. He's averaging 24 points and 11, and he's doing okay. Imagine him at his best. Exactly. Is exactly. But check it out. I do wear a lot of Jordan gear because I think it's fly. Obviously, Air Jordans, shoes. I got a lot of Jordan like tight pants. Look, I got the little Jordan earrings right here. I'm rocking those today. So yeah, I mean, I like Jordan stuff. It's just I didn't really grow up on Jordan like that. I feel like I'd be fake if I say, yeah, Jordan's one of my favorite players. Bro, I didn't watch him play. I'm too young for that. He said Nick Young. Nick Young needed? No, we don't need Nick Young. Hell no. He said Kobe just yells at you. It's called verbally punishment, man. Just he just put teammates in their place. They were soft at the time. He was right. He said, I like Jordan 4s the best. Those are hard for sure. What do you think about Russ saying he doesn't care if they don't win the chip? I already covered this, man, but pretty much I don't like that mentality. It was taken a bit out of context, but he's going to have to change that up if he wants to win the championship and just be more selfless. Forget about the stats. Forget about the triple doubles, which he's done a good job lately of that. He hasn't gotten a lot of triple doubles, but as long as it translates to wins, that's all we need. That's it. Xavier Henry was a beast, but I do think that a lot of that was showcased because of Mike D'Antoni's system. I mean, a lot of players look like stars that really weren't stars on other teams, just playing under Mike D'Antoni because he gave him the green light, and he was a true player's coach where he just let them run and gun and pat their stats. And even Kendall Marshall looked good at a time for the Lakers. For Mike D'Antoni. So that tells you right there what type of coach he was and how he empowered his players, right? But again, Xavier was an athlete, man. He would really jump out the building and just bang on folks. And he had a nice little skill set, nice little crossover, step back jump shot. His jumper started falling. At times he was looking like a star, man. I was like, whoa, is he going to be the next one? But then unfortunately that career-ending injury, and we never heard from him again. That was tough, man. But I hope he's doing good. I hope he's doing good. By the way, talking about doing good, shout out to Andre Ingram, the G League legend who played for so many years in the G League. Recently, he was on the Wheel of Fortune. He won like 30-something K. I seen it on Twitter today. I think it was this morning. So shout out to him, man. Finally got his due. And that is proof that if you put in the hard work, the universe somehow, some way will come back and reward you. Not to mention he got to live out his dream by playing the game in Staples Center in front of Kobe Bryant. That must have been epic. That must have been epic. Is Luka injured? I think Luka came into training camp a little overweight, and I think he is injured right now. I'm not sure. I don't think he plays on Wednesday, so I don't know, man. He said, Dan, please no trades until we get Ariza and none back, okay? I'm not the GM, bro. I'm not pushing the button. Look, I'm willing to give this team a try, but I'm just relaying what I've been hearing from Shams. That's what this channel is for. I keep my ear low to the ground, and there's legit rumors, then I will tell you guys about them every time and just give you guys my opinion. That's all this video is about. Just giving you guys my opinion and finding out what Laker Nation thinks of these trade rumors. And if they were to happen, which ones you guys liked. A lot of people don't want Ben Simmons. Got it. Check. People want Jerami Grant. They think that little ligament injury is no big deal. He's out for 6 weeks at least. But I'm curious. I'm curious to see what we actually end up doing, or if it's nothing. If we just sit on their hands and hope for the team to get better, we'll see. But he said, please don't trade Hillbilly Kobe. I hope not. That kid is nice, man. Honestly, I hope we don't. If we can improve the roster without giving up, obviously, the big three, THT, Malik Monk, Hillbilly Kobe. Basically, if we could somehow improve the roster by unloading DeAndre Jordan, Kent Bazemore, maybe a couple of second-round picks, I'll take it. People aren't talking about these minor deals, but the Kings are about to have a fire sale. If they somehow cut Tristan Thompson, he would fit in nicely here. If there was a way to get, I don't know what Rayshawn Holmes is making on his contract, but there was a way to get him, I'd definitely look into that. Not to mention Harrison Barnes, if he becomes a buyout candidate or whatever they decide to do. If they decide to tank, because you can't be in the middle of the road team who's trying to go up and then keeps going down, and you're just in the middle because you won't tank, you won't get the high draft picks, and at the same time, there's no player development or nothing. So I'm looking at the minor acquisitions before the major ones. Now, if Rob shocks the world and he makes one of these blockbuster trades and Ben Simmons, Jerami Grant, or Miles Turner ends up with the Lakers, either one of those, I'd be stoked, obviously. But if not, I'm happy with the team we have now. I think we can get better, because if we don't, then I do want to see a minor trade or a minor acquisition, even by via the buyout market. You know, whatever the case is, Rob Pelinka always tries to improve this roster. He's proven it to us year after year. Last year, he tried to get us that big that we were struggling and lacking, and unfortunately, it didn't work out. But at least he tried, and we landed the big fish, right? He said, "Man, I missed the three-peat Lakers team. We were privileged with that squad. Good old days. Enjoy this team. I know we're struggling right now, but when LeBron James retires, and if Anthony Davis gets traded, or regardless whether he stays or not, this team is going to go back into struggling. You know, right now, I believe it or not, even though we're struggling, we're still a contender. If the Lakers put this together, they're going to be up there with the top teams, at least competing, which is all we can ask for now. But just enjoy it, man. Don't take this team for granted. I love all those teams you're talking about as well. I love the three-peat squad. I like the two-peat squad. I love the two-peat squad. We have to, and I even love the 2020 championship team as well. That was a special team as well in the bubble. So we just have to embrace these guys and hope for the best. All right. That's going to wrap it up for my update video, guys. It went a little over what I wanted to. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update, but it's always fun talking to you guys, different topics. I might put up the poll, man. Do you guys want me to put up the poll right now? Lock it in right now. I want to see more yeses than nos, and then I'll put it up. If I see more nos, then I'm just going to keep this channel like I always keep this channel, strictly Lakers. I may look for ways to bring you other content like you guys suggested, but other than that, all right, you guys want me to put up the poll, yes or no? Lock in your answers now, and then based off of that, I either will or I won't. We'll see what happens. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thanks for the donations as well, the support, man. Much love. Gonna finish up this holiday shopping, man. Been really busy, but I will see you guys on Wednesday. All right, Wednesday for pregame. I doubt anything happens before then, but Wednesday for pregame, and let's see how we come out Wednesday. What version of the Lakers are we gonna get? That's what I want to know, right? All right, guys, have a great night. Much love. Peace out.